So, Tim, welcome back. It's time to get let's get the show prepared here.
Adam,
What?
why? Like, what? No, I'm not here to do this show. I don't work here anymore.
Uh,
I got cut. Remember? I got fired for budget reasons. Budget
Ex-
cuts for budget reasons.
Actually, I'm seeing here on Wrestling Witter that you're that is a rumor that just was not true. So it clearly it didn't stick. It's not. It's
you
not
mean
a
they
thing.
No, the network tried to rescind my firing. I said you activated it. I'm free. I'm not coming back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Adam, you sent me a message saying I needed to come over here ASAP. It's very important. Wait, is this the reason why you sent me over here?
I can neither confirm nor deny
It's
the allegations you're making at this time.
If this is the reason why you told me it's an emergency to come over here, I'm not. No, I'm not doing the show. I don't work here. I'm not doing the show. I have no reason to. This is not happening. No.
So we're doing the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this week we don't have much to go over, but we're going to give our opinions on all of it anyway.
I mean, of course, after we record and everything, a huge debut happens on AEW.
What? What are you talking about?
Andrade, CM Elements. Andrade.
No, it's Andrade.
It's Andrade. I can't remember what it is.
Albos?
Yeah, I can't. It's an older name.
Yes.
So which works. Because there's talking he was going to use La Sombra, the name he was using before he got signed with WWE. But he has used Andrade in the past.
Yeah, right now, really, it's coming across. Ring name is just Andrade.
Well, that's the one he's using in AAA.
Yeah.
He's actually using Andrade something else.
Idolo.
Okay.
Yes.
He came out because Vicky Guerrero said she has a new hiring. He came out, no music, nothing. A lot of people were saying it was a very disappointment in how he was debuted. But he then cut a promo in English.
Oh!
Someone tell Vince McMahon he actually can speak English.
I think Vince knew and didn't give a shit.
No, I'm actually going to take a wild crack at it. Vince didn't have a clue that he could speak English.
He just assumed it?
Probably.
Most likely.
So,
Either that or Vince does not like accents.
Who knows? But here's the thing. Apparently what happened was the second he was released, Tony Khan contacted him because he didn't have a 90-day non-compete clause.
Of course.
So he could show up immediately. But there were some requirements that Andrade wanted that we took until now to iron out. One such thing is that he wanted creative control over his booking when it came to his losses. So the rumor...
But he didn't really get that. The rumor is that he had full creative control.
No.
No,
he was looking for creative control.
Sorry.
When it comes to losses.
Okay.
And everything.
I mean,
coming from WWE, I can understand.
Really, like, hey,
that.
look, I know I'm going to lose, but I want to still look good.
He wants to be able to have.
Wow, bro, what's going on over there?
It seems like the way people were portraying it is like he wanted pick when he lost, how he lost. Is how people always come across to me. Of the news, of course, apparently the rumor is that he does have some say when it comes to the losses, but not like complete creative control. But there's been now conflicting reports saying no, his contract is like no one else is no creative control. And all that. He also said he wants to be able to wrestle outside of the company in the outside the U.S. for other companies, which already know Tony Khan doesn't care about.
Yeah, he's like, that's cool. Keep getting your name up there, kid.
So, but there was certain things that took until now to fully get locked down for him to be able to appear. So, which is good. He's in. It just means they can now fish. Triple Mania is going to literally do their build for that feud between him and Kenny Omega on AEW Dynamite now.
Yes.
So, but it's good. I mean, I'm glad to see him come in. Apparently, everyone was interested in him. Apparently, Impact was even gonna give him creative control. It was just they were too far apart on money for the limit because they didn't have enough dates for the amount of money he wanted. So that was where the fall through there. Ring of Honor wanted him because his best friend Roosh is their world champion right now.
Yes.
So, but it's not a surprise that he came to AEW. I'm glad he's there.
I really feel that he's going to bring something here that allows him to stand out.
Yeah, I am kind of disappointed that they couldn't have gotten Thea Trinidad to come in and just be the manager, his manager.
Okay, that would be cool.
Just to be like, say we're doing this again,
and we're gonna do it better.
We're just gonna do it better. Oh, by the way, she's also wrestling too.
So in that case, when is Lana gonna show up?
No, Lana, just be done. You'll make more money doing your Instagram stuff that you were doing that you lost because of your WWE than any money you'll ever make with AEW.
Yeah.
Maybe pop in the background like of a Miro like segment every so often, but like you're just in the background, you're not interacting with him. That'd be a great little cameo.
Hell, she gets the kiss in the front row just before in certain matches.
Yeah, something like that, but not actually in part of storyline or signed with the company.
Yeah,
you'll make more money elsewhere, guaranteed. You've proven that you can do modeling and just your social networking. So, but yeah, I'd love to see that. Hopefully, I'd love to see Tommy end up here as well. But we'll cover that in a few minutes. But yeah, so of course we record as always, and a big thing happens the day after.
Yeah, that's our luck.
The only sad thing, it did happen at for AEW on 10 o'clock Friday night when they're not in their normal time slot and ratings are down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Which is also, by the way, is proving that the whole idea that they have for Rampage when it launches on Fridays, people watching SmackDown will turn over. Not happening.
Nope.
14% of people who watch 1 minute of SmackDown will also watch 1 minute of Dynamite over the last 2 weeks, according to Dave Meltzer, who's dug into the numbers.
Wow.
But another report's come out about that really quickly. Dynamite being on Friday at 10 o'clock is actually them testing whether Rampage will work there. Because it means they won't still do it if they determine it's not the best time, and they'll switch it to somewhere else. But
it's a smart test.
They have to take Dynamite off their normal time because of the NBA playoffs.
Right. So why not see what this market will do for a 1 hour show? So they're probably concentrating on that first hour.
Yeah.
And really digging into those numbers. Honestly, smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move.
But now we got to transition to some sad news here that relates to AEW and New Japan and MLW. The retirement has been announced of Leo Rush.
I'm not surprised by it.
I wasn't. Why were you not surprised?
Because I really wow, how can I explain this? I had a feeling that he was kind of burnt out from the E.
No, that's not the reason why he's retiring.
Other than to be like, I just want to go home.
No, the reason, you know why he's retiring, right? Why? Because he got a shoulder injury during his debut at AEW's and it's made him reflect on things.
All right.
So because as he said, after he thought it was just a normal like tweak of pro wrestling. As the days went on, the pain just made him like, oh, and then it just kind of made him reflect on things, not being home as much with his family, other things, and other passions. So he's decided to retire.
Okay.
He is going to honor his days with New Japan.
Okay.
Because once his shoulder gets better, I guess he's going into surgery.
Oh wow.
Because he did a post-surgery on Twitter today that talked about that. But once he's good, he will honor his dates for New Japan, but then he's done. Now, it is pro wrestling, and he could change his mind in a little while.
During recovery, can just be like, the itch. I know I'm going to see how New Japan goes, honey, and then I'm going to take he could take a very light schedule.
Who knows? But, it is sad because he is only 26. He's wrestling. But he's had actually a decent career for...
I know.
He does have that table spot where he no-sold a powerbomb through a table that made Jim Cornette's head explode. I watched the clip on Pro Wrestling, not Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Talk. They showed the clip of it. I was like, holy shit, that's a cool little spot there. Yeah, I could see Jim Cornette just going, you saw that, no. And so it's like, that's a cool spot because that never happens.
Right.
Having such an adrenaline rush after a spot like that, you just get right up to your feet. And then just look at the guy who put you through the table and go like you're gonna kill him. That's a cool, and how short he is. Yeah, it just works. But it's Jim Cornette. But anyway.
Yeah, he'd have a coronary over pretty much everything anyway.
He's a coronary over anything the Young Bucks, Kenny do these days.
Which is why I absolutely love the fact that the Young Bucks are so much heels right now.
I know. But yeah, wish you well, Leroy. Rush. I'm just gonna call you Rush, not Roosh, because Roosh is different. Because I cannot say your first name right now.
It's Leo.
Leroy Rush. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
But we wish you well. We hope you enjoy it and be able to do what you want to do in the future. All right, what's next on the docket?
All right. Another dude on the indies, or looking on the indies right now, Buddy Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Rumor is every indie promotion wants Buddy Murphy. Like, they see him as someone who will come in and do so many dream matches on the indies.
Yep.
You look at when you actually see what he did when he was the Cruiserweight Champion and the matches he turned out.
Exactly.
And then never got to have that kind of matchup on SmackDown, which we were not surprised.
No. But that's the thing. Like, he can do... he can do the Cody role and just roll through the indie scene, hitting every dream match in every company, working right up the ladder, and then show up in AEW at All Out next year, or the Joker card. He's the Joker at Double or Nothing
next year,
2022.
Because
and come in as like the hottest ticket.
He already has a fan in AEW, the current world champion, who
Kenny.
Kenny has mentioned he's a dream opponent of his. Actually, he responded because Buddy actually mentioned how Kenny Omega was obviously a dream opponent outside of WWE for him.
Yeah.
And Kenny responded, likewise. Yes. Or something like that. Like, he's like...
Yeah, I saw that.
Wrestle Talk joked about how they'll just have a whole matchup with just knee strikes.
Yes.
It's just like...
V-trigger, knee strike. V-trigger, knee strike.
I want to see that.
Reverse.
I'm pretty sure those two could pull it off. Only moves ever is some kind of version of a knee strike.
See, what I want to see out of them is a wonderful attempt. Well, for the first, basically a reversal fest. For quite some time.
No. The perfect story. He's literally the perfect storyline for those two to feud.
Yeah.
Buddy
Murphy, I'm talking match.
I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about to build to a match.
Okay.
Buddy Murphy is literally Kenny's protege. He is grooming Buddy to be his replacement when he retires. Like, you always had that person who's the future in a stable.
Yes.
And it's always that person who kind of rises up and disbands because the veteran doesn't want to give up. That's not the story here. It's Kenny.
Literally is.
No. It's like Kenny sees him. Like, no, that's the plan. The little plan is for him to replace him. Then Kenny realizes, oh, he's better than me. And
I need to stop him.
He's got like he will want to replace me before I'm gonna go out. So he starts to become abusive. And you find out that Buddy's no intention whatsoever to fight him. And it's because Kenny sees that he wants to then fight him. It's like that. It's like
Kenny, I don't understand why you want to fight me.
It's like Kenny makes the match without, because his delusions,
which work perfectly for Kenny.
Yeah, because he sees how good Buddy actually is. It's like he sees him. Oh, he's better than me. That I'm supposed to be raising him up, but he's already better than me. Like, and he becomes paranoid that he'll then do that typical wrestling move. And Buddy had no, like, on being the elite, stuff. You see, he has no interest in actually wrestling to beat him.
Kenny's great at being the champion.
He's great at the champion. Like
I don't want to go after that.
Yeah, when Kenny's retired and everything, like if he drops the belt, and
of course I'm going to go for it.
I want to go for it. But
I don't want to challenge him.
I don't need to challenge for him. He's great. I'm learning so much from him, realizing like he's learning a different side that he does need to grow.
Yeah,
and that's what he sees. I'm growing in an area I don't know, but Kenny just sees he's already better. He's better than me.
If I teach him anymore, he will replace me now. I'll be out of this. I'll lose being super elite.
Yeah, it's just like that thing, and because he starts to become abusive, Buddy eventually goes like, "Oh, I've been there with Seth Rollins. I'm not going back." Yeah. So he tries to walk away from there, but like Kenny keeps going like no. So that's why he has to.
He teams up with Adam Page for a bit.
No. Buddy reaches out to Tyler Black, not Seth Rollins. Tyler Black, two separate people to come over and help him feud.
Yes,
getting two dream matches out of. Because everyone wants to see Tyler Black and Kenny Omega. No one cares about Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega.
No, I mean, yeah, honestly though, because I mean there is the one triple threat match of Kenny, Tyler Black, and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, but that was back when they were nobodies.
Exactly. Can you imagine that today?
Yeah, Seth Rollins is too much of an asshole to anyone ever want to see that.
He's got a terrible laugh.
He's too that WWE guy.
I love the fact that at one point, sorry to go off track here for a second, but I loved at one point.
Have you never listened to our podcast?
This happens all the time. At one point, Randy Orton was the corporate guy.
Oh yeah.
He was like, no, we do it by the corporation. We stand good to them, and all of that stuff. And now he's like, nah, I'm the dude who's been here for 25 years, and I do not give a shit.
Yeah.
My position here is good, and I am gonna skate the fuck through my days. And Seth is like, no, it's time for me to be the standout under the bosses. The model employee. Orton's over there going, kid, you are gonna burn yourself out. Good luck with that.
Exactly. Yeah. So that'd be kind of cool little feud there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see that. But now we gotta talk about another person about the indies who was released. Braun Strowman.
Adam Shearer.
So someone who apparently is requesting a 5-figure payday to come to do bookings. Which I can understand for where he was on the card literally when he was released, challenging for the WWE Championship only weeks before, and then and having a multi-million-dollar contract, which we now know was almost $1.2 million, $1.25 million. It wasn't quite another quarter per year, so he has some money. He doesn't need to wouldn't necessarily have to go out to do bookings like some people would have to, but. This just broke. WrestleTalk is reporting that he has responded about no one has reached out to him about bookings.
Yeah. I mean, I'm literally looking at his Twitter from 2 hours ago.
That's the one that I saw on WrestleTalk.
Not spoken to anyone about bookings. But if you want to talk business, the email to my agent is in my bio. Thanks for any confusion you may be reading online.
Yeah.
Which is yes. And
So you know what probably happened?
He's a real Adam.
So you know what probably happened?
What?
Some bookers were probably talking, saying, "Yeah, I want to bring in Strowman," and someone was like, "Really? He's gonna like charge like 5 figures to go in there," and that became someone overheard that. He's like, "Braun Strowman is charging 5 figures for."
Because nobody's reached out to me for bookings.
Because that is a dig at the dirt sheets, and let's be honest, there's a reason why people still make fun of the dirt sheets, because some people just post anything to get clicks. But also sometimes rumors around the business get heard by someone and report it.
So, but that's the thing, like, because in Hollywood, that through agencies and whatever, that those dirt sheets, the rags, pick up on it, and those stories can build something and actually help somebody.
Well, yeah.
So there could have been a thing where an agent, tested the waters about 5-figure bookings.
It's possible, but here's the thing. First off, get your terminology correct. In Hollywood, it's not the rags, it's the trades.
Oh, it's the trades. Sorry.
You have the trades. For pro wrestling, you have the dirt sheets.
But that's what happens. Most likely, some agent.
It could have been that. It could have been like someone just talking and thinking because they're the E and he's in such a position.
Maybe
he's gonna be Eric. Who knows? But it's good to see him reach out, saying, "If you are interested, here's my agent. Contact him."
Yeah.
That's how you want the actual information of what I'm charging. You talk to this guy.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good way to clear this up, because while he absolutely, I don't blame him if he was charging 5 figures for where he was when he got released.
Yeah.
Compared to everyone else who got released at the same time, he could legally charge 5 figures, not 10 figures. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For a booking, but 5 figures for a booking.
Yeah.
Also off of what he was making at his contract at that same time level. So, I don't blame him if he is actually charging that.
I mean, at the same time, though,
it all depends if he's just saying, "I'm no matter who you are, you have to match 5 figures," and some rinky dink wants
just
him.
Hey.
I mean, that could be a decision. He's chosen not to work for those.
I would laugh. Like, I like the idea that at some point there's going to be a wrestler who is going to be let go from WWE at like prime.
Yeah.
And not like, oh, they were about to hit prime, but then we noticed it 3 years later. No, I'm talking like this is year 2 of their prime.
Yeah.
And then they're let go. Like Cody, honestly. No, he was just about to reach prime.
No, he was at his prime. It's just you didn't know, because his prime just lasted forever.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
It's just you just never knew he was. You thought he reached his prime when he first got there, but then you don't just go into that level right off the bat.
No.
So he's been at prime. It's just WWE never let him be at his prime.
So, but they get let go, and they just go, you know what? Let's hit up bingo halls for a moment. It has been forever since I hit up those small venues, and I remember doing it.
You're literally talking about the guy we just finished talking about, Buddy Murphy.
I know.
He is in the heart of his prime. And if he does that tour, if he just basically follows Cody's thing, he's gonna have a huge, like, everyone will be trying to finally, when he locks that final contract in, where he'll go for a period of time.
That's how the grass movement, like the grassroots movement of fans, especially with the internet and wrestling, you can win over the entire world by going on a series of wonderful matches.
Yeah.
Because people then pay attention to you in the ring.
Yep.
And then when you go to a show, like Dynamite or, Impact or, the E, those TV shows, then we can see how good you are as your character.
Yeah.
Especially cutting promos, because there's always a lot of promos.
Yeah. So it will definitely be interesting to see how.
I hate promos, by the way.
I'm sure you do.
Just get to the action.
Sure.
Thanking the audience promos are great.
So it'll be interesting to see how they all turn out and everything. But yeah, we got to talk about one more person who was released at that same time.
Jeez, yes,
maybe not be released. Apparently, people in WWE are saying that they should reconsider releasing Aleister Black, saying it was too premature. He did nothing wrong. It was just a bunch of stop and go pushes that, not because of anything he did. My thing is, Tommy, if you're listening to this, don't go back.
Yeah, dude, no.
Even if they're offering you no, because they promise you things. Yes, you handled the thing of stop and go pushes. Do you really think they're gonna change that? They're just gonna keep doing that to you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
doing that to everyone.
Yeah, just go prove, unless your name's Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
So just go and prove why they made that mistake of stop and go pushes. Go and prove that elsewhere. You'll be better off. Also, you can literally determine your schedule. Because as Paul Heyman said to him after he got released, dude, your problem is you're 5 years ahead in the business. Like, everyone's catching up, which is a detriment to you because people are trying to catch up to where that you're so far ahead to what the business is going to be. But go and show that you're ahead of the business, but you can also, when you actually have control, can relate how far you're ahead, but make it relatable to people.
Yeah.
And go do that. But yeah, please don't go back. Yeah, just go prove that everyone WWE was wrong about you. Because you have WWE only, so we're going to say he was never worth our time. See, he got released.
Hey, you know what, dude? Go to Japan.
Yeah, go to Japan. I mean, I want you in AEW at some point, but
make
go to
your
Japan.
mark, then come to AEW, where you'll team up with Darby Allin.
Oh, by the way,
Sting.
Oh, by the way,
to that point, will just be a manager.
Oh, by the way, I saw that Darby Allin has actually mentioned that he doesn't see himself having a long career like people have. He's stated he doesn't see him wrestling until he's in his 40s. He's playing at apparently he's having a shorter career than most.
It's because he's a skater.
Well, not even that, but he knows what the kind of wrestler he is, and he doesn't, for his frame, he won't be able to. I think he doesn't want to have that.
He doesn't think he's going to have a long career because of what he's doing.
No, I think he doesn't want to have. If he has a long career, he sees in Hardy.
Oh yeah.
Jeff, those kind of like the type of what he'll be like if he does have a long career, keeps going, and he doesn't want to have that kind of those issues.
I say do the smart thing then and slowly change up your style.
I think if he ends up deciding to have a longer career, I think he will. But
I think the smart move would be to start putting on, no offense, bro, putting on some weight. I'm not saying you got to get big.
No.
But like Will Ospreay put on some weight.
Yeah. But like, no.
That's all I'm saying. You hit 205. Stop this 160 bullshit.
I think what he probably was, he has other things that he can do that he's gotten a taste of, because he dropped out of film school for skating.
I know.
And then I think because he's been able to have such a creative outlet and doing the stuff he's done for himself for AEW, that element has kind of come back. So he sees like that he's getting that itch scratched now. But when he says okay, he wants to stop wrestling because of his style he's wrestling, he'll just
move to the backstage.
No, not even the backstage, but he'll have that
behind the camera.
He'll have that work of I produce this stuff where he can go out into Hollywood or whatever he wants to do.
Or he could have a very immediate job of being like, all right, I'm gonna work backstage on these segments.
That, or I see him going more, maybe doing that, but also doing film stuff.
Oh yeah,
film stuff.
Like waiting to get the film stuff going. He's like, well, I still need a day-to-day job right this second.
Well, if he's making good money, he won't have to. We're talking about the guy who was living in his car when he got signed by AEW.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows how he's like, I gotta save money.
Or not.
No, I'm pretty sure. He seems like the kind of he has that kind of personality. Like, he was living in his car because it was just easier for him. It wasn't because he was poor and everything. We got indie bookings, but it's like I don't really need.
I'm traveling so much.
Yeah, I don't really need to. What's the point of paying money for a place when I can live in my car? I'm fine with that. I'm young.
Yeah.
But okay, so now we're done with the releases. What else is on the docket? Oh,
we have one more.
Another one?
Yes. Once again, people are stepping up their game, and sorry, Leo, you you retired, but everyone else is like trying to put themselves out there in some way. We got Mickie James.
Oh yes,
she wants to, and it looks like it's starting to do its pre-work talks and all of that wonderful stuff, doing an all-women's show.
No.
Pay-per-view.
No, she's not in it might happen. No, it's happening. She's working with NWA, Billy Corgan, and is producing an all-women's pay-per-view for NWA in August. That's when they're filming it. I don't know word on when it will air. Because they're also filming, recording the anniversary pay-per-view at the same time in August. So yes. This is one of the things that Mickie James was very clear when she was backstage. She was constantly pushing for an all-women show, another evolution, all this stuff. And people telling her women's wrestling doesn't draw. It was the worst rated
that's
pay-per-view.
Because it's the E.
That's because of the E, and they just do things for headlines, and they never actually care about what they're actually doing when it comes to women's. If they felt they could actually do a second evolution would give them a headline,
they do it in a heartbeat.
They do it in a heartbeat because depending on how big the headline they thought they could get. If it was a big enough headline, they would do it again. Because that's all they care about. They don't care about anything else when it comes to their women.
Because they have so many revenue sources that they actually don't need ticket sales.
I know.
So you can have a next to nothing audience, and they can still make money off the show.
Their attendance ratings show before the pandemic proved that.
Exactly.
So it's good for her. That's great to see. It'll be interesting to see how that comes out. People have asked her if she's going to compete in it, and she's like, I'm the one producing this. I can't be in the ring and producing at the same time. She'll have a team, but she's gonna be the lead producer.
Okay.
On this.
All right.
So great to hear that. Now are we done with the releases?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Right.
What's next on the docket?
Wait, let me look over the list. And yes. Next up, we have officially a new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
You were about to just say Heavyweight Champion.
I was about to just say Heavyweight Champion.
And you realized, they made the world.
This is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes. Shingo Tanahaki?
Thanks.
I think it's his
Thanks
name.
for putting me right on the spot with that, bro.
I'm trying to remember if I actually said his name correctly.
Let me just bring up my phone.
Only there's a magical device that we could
look, I completely I didn't fully shut my phone off, but I locked it down. So now I'm stuck having to wait for it to load back up.
Whose fault is that?
That's mine, okay?
Exactly.
Jeez.
Deal with it. But we had Dominion that I didn't know happened this past Sunday.
Shingo Takagi.
Takagi, okay. Didn't know Dominion actually happened. Didn't even hear that the card was released.
What?
So I saw it opened up like, oh, Dominion happened. Like, what? And then we had a new champion crown. Shingo won, beating Okada.
Yes.
In the main event, and we have a new world champion. Congrats. This guy I never thought was going to get past the Open Neverweight Championship, honestly.
Which kind of seems to be their mid-card championship.
Yeah, because the Intercontinental in the U.S. is your upper level. I see the Open Neverweight was, when they brought it in, originally was designed to be that low mid card for junior heavyweights who were transitioning upward, because at that time junior heavyweights were low card. You do not get above.
No.
That's changed now.
Of course.
For the better for that, but at the time, so that was the way to gauge that. But it seemed like he always held that, and it seemed like he was never gonna get past that. I'm assuming with Will Ospreay's injury, the matches he's had with Okada during the New Japan World Cup.
Yes.
And his matchup with Will Ospreay in that tournament. Then the World Title Tournament match that Will Ospreay got injured in were all such great matches. They said, no, we got to pull the trigger on this guy.
Yep.
Also, I think they're looking for new people to push in that world title division because, let's be honest, Okada holding it for so many times and so long, burnt out. Great that they're keeping him fresh there, but not putting the belt on him. So also look at Naito. He just had a good long on and off run last year. Gotta have someone else. And Evil didn't really work out.
No,
we don't know why they haven't given it to Jay White in a second reign.
Maybe there's a build.
Maybe, who knows? But they're literally looking for new talent to push into the top tier.
Yes.
Which is great to see. And good for him. Good for Shingo. It'll be interesting to see how long his reign lasts. And then if he'll do in the G1 as champion whenever they announce the G1, because they haven't announced it yet.
It's the beginning of June, and normally this is August?
Mid-July to early August.
But
yeah.
But also the Olympics are going to be going on.
Yeah, and last year they moved to the September because of the Olympics. Then the pandemic hit. And
so they had to move it anyway. They just didn't do it.
Yeah, because they were closed down.
September, they finally were like, all right, let's do it.
They came back at the very end of July, early August, and they said, okay, we'll start doing the G1 in August. I mean, in September, like we were normally going to, but yeah, it's just like, but they haven't announced anything, so it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that's all we have, isn't it?
That's it.
Wow.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, I actually thought we were going to have a light news day. Then Andrade debuted. Then Dominion happened without knowing about it.
Yep.
And then we had all these things with Release pops up. And it's just like, yeah, okay. I guess we will have some of a small news show this week.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you made it to the end of another show. Comment down below. Answer the question of the video. Do you think Braun Strowman should charge 5 figures for indie bookings?
No, he should be charging 6.
Yeah, sure. Shut up, Adam. Anyway, answer that question down below. You made it to the end of a podcast, video, whatever you want to call these things on YouTube. So you're clearly liking what you're listening to, so smash that like button.
Ding.
Well, that's not what you ding.
It's not a like button either.
It's a
thumbs up, isn't it? Boing.
There you go. Yeah, you are not allowed to leave until you smash that like button. There you go.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, smash it. Okay,
You
did it. You did it.
Thanks.
Good.
All right.
Now you can. Okay. And because you like this, why don't you save yourself the trouble finding Zop Gaming content, specifically this, as the buckle turns. Nothing else. Everything else sucks on it, especially Nua.
Actually, it turns out Wreckfest. Check out the Wreckfest videos, guys.
No, nothing else is worth on this channel.
Nua
sucks.
Nua.
So hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding. Ding.
The one that turns on all notifications, so when all Zop Gaming content, it's not worth it, except for this stuff, goes live.
Only the cool kids get all the notifications.
Sure.
Let us know down in the comment section.
So this is my last show, Adam, so
yes.
Fuck you, fuck your face, fuck Nua, and bye!